Hello everyone. Hi. Hi, I'm Siow. 3 years ago, my life changed in a way that I could not ever foresee. I shouldn't show this first. It all started when I took out this phone. I think this is iPhone 11. And then I started to shoot random stupid videos. And then fast forward today, now I can show this. I gained 2.8 million followers on my TikTok. It's been quite an incredible journey, and today, in line with our this year's TEDxUTM theme, I'm going to show, to review the reality, the masquerades of life online as a content creator. Let me share with you all about the good and fancy parts. Okay. So, as a content creator, you get to meet a lot of people. For example, you get to collaborate with famous personalities. Like, I think 2 years ago, I got a chance to collaborate with our ex-Prime Minister, Tun Dr. Mahathir. Also, GSC Cinemas to shoot one of my contents. It's fun. To say the least, you get the privileges to make stuff from just a random idea into reality. Also, you get to enjoy the fame and glam. Okay? When you go outside, your audience will recognize you and come to you and ask to take a picture with you. You get invited to all the cool events, you get featured on banners, and you get to meet with different influencers and artists. And also, you get paid. And most of the time, it's much above a regular job, ranging from 4 to 5 figures per social media posting. For me personally, it's been a learning of how to socialize more comfortably with different people at different settings. I used to be an introvert. Like, I will avoid crowds, even small groups. My face will get red easily, and my hand will get sweaty. But today, when I talk with people, I'm much more confident. At least when I'm sharing here today, my hand don't sweat. Um, don't sweat that much. Okay. Okay, let's move on with the not so fancy parts. As a content creator, of course, you will receive a lot of opinions from the public, be it good or bad. For me, my kind of content is already considered positive and not so controversial. But still, I will get nasty comments once in a while. Like, for example, I remember there's once when I was shooting at a park, and a kid came to me and shouted in Chinese, 我妈妈讲当网红没有用的. In English means, my mom said all influencers are useless. I mean, it's okay for me, I can bear with that, but my team was there. My production team, my photographer, my assistant, they're all there. So that's why sometimes some content creators, they will succumb to all this mental illness, because sometimes all this mental toll may be hard to bear. Content creation is a business. You may think, hey, you're an influencer now, you don't need to work 9 to 5. But end up, you find yourself like working 24/7. And content creation is just like a business. You have to deal with clients, you have to manage your team, you have to manage your income and expenses, you have to pay taxes and so much more. And it is just like a business, many would fail. I will talk more about this later on. Apart from that, doubts may creep in. questioning whether your content fits the expectation of a wider society. I struggled this for several months, and I'm not a kid, and I do look more like one. I think because of my height or I don't know. Yeah. Eventually, I made the conscious decision to embrace my own self and my own vision. It's when you stay true to your own self and produce consistent results that eventually your audience will recognize you and respect your work. So, if you're doing something different today, just make sure, one, it earns you money, and second, it is a niche that has a sizable audience. If it fits these two, just go for it. And the most important one, I'll be frank here, only 5% make it, and less than 1% are able to sustain for a few years. It requires you to do the right thing at the right time. For example, if today you are going to start your journey by doing long videos, it's going to be like 10 or 20 times harder than it used to be because nowadays people tend to watch short videos more. It also requires you to adapt fast. One may be famous 5 years ago on Facebook, let's say, but if you don't change and adapt into new trending platforms like Xiao or TikTok nowadays, chances are your brand campaigns are going to be much less. And every platform is like a new start for you. If you're going to change from, let's say, Instagram to YouTube or YouTube to TikTok, it's going to be totally new for you. So, how can you get consistent results in content creation? Just like most of the industry, that is understanding your data. Then you will think like, as a content creator, you just need to be fun, creative, and outspoken. Yes, that's true, but it's just part of the story. You need to understand and study your analytics, like all this, for example, engagement rate, retention rate, and so on. So you are able to understand your audience, you know what they prefer, and you know which part of a content needs improvement. Let's look at an example of my video. Let's look at the average watch time. Okay, so if your video is less than 3 seconds, if your average video length, okay, is less than 3 seconds, that means your first scene is not catchy enough. What you can do is that you can put something out of the place in your first scene. If your average video length is less than half of the video, that means people find it boring in the middle of your video. So what you can do, you can change different angles when you are shooting, or you can post editing works and so on. If the average views is exceed 80% and more, that means you did a great job. Congrats. Let's see another example. The video length is 14.67 seconds, but the average watch time is more than the video length. You can actually do that as well. This is one of the hacks I'm sharing with you all, okay? You can do a plot twist at the end of your video. Like just 1 or 2 seconds of the plot twist that the audience don't understand it, then they are forced to rewatch it again. That's how we get the 21 million. Go and try it at home. Okay, so every different platform has its own set of data and the algorithm pattern. So mastering this would be the key to having a longer lifespan on content creation. So people will ask me, is content creation a good path? I'd say it's definitely a yes. Nowadays, the barrier to entry this content creation is like much more lower compared to it used to be. Like previously in the era of long videos, we need at least 1 week to prepare, to shoot, to edit, right? And then you need very expensive equipment like DSLR, right? Few K there, right? But nowadays, what you need is just this, and maybe you just take 30 minutes or so to come out your content, edit and post it just on your phone. So, I would say it's not just the glitz and glamour. It requires dedication, adaptability, and continuous learning. So if there's any aspiring content creator out there or anyone who is going to embark on this journey, I'll say, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now and let your unique voice be heard. I'm Siow. Thank you.